everyone, it's Kimberly with Services by Kim, Massage Doula. So today we are going to talk about the top 5 essential things you need on your birth plan. So before we jump into that, I want to first go over what a birth plan is. So a birth plan is basically a document that lays out everything you want for your ideal birth. Um, Everything from when you first arrive to pre-labor to postpartum, everything in between. You want to make sure all of that is laid out in your birth plan. Usually people take this birth plan and share it with if you have a doula, share it with your doula, share it with your partner, share it with your care provider, everyone. So everyone is on the same page and knows your wants and don't wants. You also want to make sure you create one of these and go over it with your care provider, your OB, whoever is taking care of your pregnancy. You want to make sure you go over that before the day of your birth, just because if there's anything that, for example, you're having a birth in the hospital and something on your birth plan is not something that goes along with hospital policy, you want to make sure you know that up front instead of getting hit in the face with it on the day of. So yes, that's what a birth plan is, and so we'll jump right in and go to what I would say is your top 5 essential things you need to include in your birth plan. So we'll start with number 5. Number 5 is you want to make sure you include your birth team and everyone's responsibilities. With that said, you want to make sure if you want certain people in the room or if you don't want certain people in the room, that's completely up to you, but you want to make sure it is stated so everyone is on the same team and is on the same wavelength with that. You want to make sure there's contact numbers and there is basically, if there's a team, it's a team effort. Everyone is together, everyone's on the same page. You want to make sure all of that is included in your birth plan. So, for example, if you're trying to reach the doula and no one has her number but you, but you're having contractions, this helps. Um, or if the doula needs to contact the midwife and they aren't in the same practice together, this is the contact information. Everyone's on the same page. Or for another example, say the husband is in the room and you want to make sure his responsibility is to keep track of your phone so you don't have to worry about texting everybody and keeping updates. Um, that's their responsibility. Everyone knows that's their responsibility, and everyone's on the same page with that. So, yes, number 5, birth team and responsibilities. Number 4, I would say, is medical interventions. So with this, you want to make sure, and typically when you get a birth plan and it's already printed out for you, there is medical intervention list on there. You want to make sure you go through each one, weighing your pros and cons, and make sure that you state what things you are open to, what you're not open to, or if you need more information on anything, you want to make sure that is also included in your birth plan. This is a good thing to go over with your OB or doula as well. If there's things on there that you're not sure what they are, or if there's little things that you need more information on, this is a good way to start that conversation. So, number 4, medical interventions. Um, Number 3, comfort measures. The comfort measures are things that you want included or you want to experience before you get to medical interventions. For example, if you want aromatherapy, if you want massage, say you want to work with a yoga ball, um, let's throw some other things in there, certain positions that you want to try, um, music, lighting, all of those things you want to include in your birth plan so everyone is on the same page. If you want to make sure it's a calm environment, lights are low, you have essential oils going, that will be great, but you want to make sure everyone knows that. So once they enter the room, it's a kind of common thing. Okay, everyone quiet down. She's laboring. We're on the same page with this. Let's get some essential oils. Let's do um, music, and we'll go down the list basically. So everything that you want in an ideal setting for your birth, you want to make sure that's included in your birth plan. So that's number 3. Number 2 is do's and don'ts for your baby. So for example, if you have specifics on what you do or don't want, um, say it's shots or vaccinations, or it's down to feedings. If you want a pacifier or don't want a pacifier, or you're open to formula, or you just want strictly breastfeeding. Um, Whatever the case, it's up to you, it's your choice. But I want you to make sure you put that on your birth plan so everyone um, is on the same page, down to the nursery, down to when you get home, things like that. Say, for example, and it doesn't have to be in the hospital, it can also be after the hospital. Say you don't want um, visitors until after the first month of after you and everyone have come home. That's perfectly fine, but if you put it in your birth plan, it's less you have to vocalize, and those on your birth team can also vocalize it for you since you've already set it out that this is my wants. So, yes, number 2 is do's and don'ts for your baby. Number 1, I would say this is very important. You want to make sure you have an alternate option for what's outside of your ideal birth. So with birth, it's unpredictable. No one knows what's going to happen. You can have your plan and blueprint set, but if something happens unexpected, it's going to take a left or right turn. It's best if you prepare for these left and right turns. So, for example, if you're wanting to go natural and for whatever reason something medically happens where you have to do a C-section or you need um, C-section or epidural, you want to make sure you've exhausted those whatever comfort measures before that. And once you get to that left or right turn, you want to make sure you know what's going to happen, what to expect in those situations, even though they're not your ideal situations. So, for example, with C-section, you still do have choices. You have choice to have music and lighting. You have a choice to see the baby as it comes out, or um, really with a drape. You can have a clear drape, or if you don't want to see anything, then they can cover completely. It's completely up to you, but you still do have choices, and you want to make sure those choices are known and you're prepared for if things don't go plan A. So yes, that's number 1. Alternative options and worst case scenario. What would you like in that situation? So to go back through everything, top 5. Number 5 being birth team and responsibilities. Number 4, medical interventions. Number 3, comfort measures. Number 2, do's and don'ts for the baby. And number 1, alternative options. So yes, these are my top essential things that I would say need to be included on any and all birth plans. Actually, on my website, I actually give you a free birth plan, and it's just a template you go through and fill out what you want and don't want. Same thing as we discussed. That is available on the website. It also comes with an online course, which is also free, and that basically takes you through all the options and explains the different options on the birth plan. So yes, if you are expecting or um, looking into any of this, I would definitely say go and download the free template as well as take a look at the online course. It's very short. Again, it's free. So um, throw yourself at all the resources that you have available there. And last thing, if you are in the Mount Juliet area or surrounding cities, Nashville, Murfreesboro, anywhere around there, I encourage you to have a free consultation with me. Um, doesn't necessarily mean you do have to hire me, although I would love if you did. But if not, it just gives you an opportunity to talk to a doula, see what the benefits are, see if there's possible ways with financing and all of that, or just to go over your options, even if you don't know. If you don't know if you want to hire a doula or not, this is the perfect time. Interview them just like they interview you and see what happens. Every birth deserves a doula. I appreciate you all tuning in, and until next time, thanks. Bye.